My name is Leora, and I've been teaching MYC here at Showcase Academy for the past 2 years. MYC stands for Music for Young Children, and it's an exceptional program for inspiring young children the concepts of music. It's a thrilling program. It's very active, and it's exceptional at engaging young children's imagination. And that's one of the reasons I love the program so much. For me personally, I am a professional vocalist. I have released 4 CDs. And, with young children, the voice is exceptional in connecting with their heart, because children understand through the voice, and they understand the way music is changing through the ear, and they often will respond with their own voice first, and then what we want to do is to find those musical components and find the expression on the keys, on the piano. What's exceptional about Showcase Academy is the teachers that teach here, and the challenge with young children is finding a way that they don't get, oh, this is too hard, or they get overwhelmed, right? Because they're children, and children learn through play. And MYC, Music for Young Children, is exceptional in how it engages their spirit through play, and they learn the components of music in this playful way, and through their committed practice time with their parent at home, they learn the art of play and music, which is a good thing because musicians go out to play, and it's called the happy habit of music learning. And this concept of play is engaged through their imagination, and it's a sequential learning. So it is a program that starts in September and it ends in June. And it's specific, and yet it's playful. So parents, the key to the success of the child is the parent's commitment to continue with the discipline of what has to happen at home with the practice. And whenever this connection, this bond happens between parent and child, it also, we see that being a continuation inside the family as well, this bonding of playing together. And when you think of music, it's an international language, but the voice and moms and dads, this is also a connection to the heart. And as musicians grow, one of the things that is challenging for musicians when they're like 20 years into their playing is, how do I express my heart? This feeling, because this is what makes a really good musician from a studied musician. How do we get these components? So MYC keeps this heart part there, but has a good foundation. And the idea is that they keep bringing this as they continue to grow and learn. Music for Young Children completes at the first year of the exam. And students, as they go through the program, some students will go through and go all the way through, but some students, maybe they will study for 2 or 3 years, and then they're ready to, they just love to practice, and then, okay, it's ready to go with your private teacher. This is a beautiful student to receive as a private teacher, because they're already, thrilled about the piano keys and the things that they're learning. And they have a sense of ownership for their musicality and their understanding. So Music for Young Children is a dominant force for teaching young children the components of music. And it is exceptional in reaching more than just one type of personality of a student. And so therefore, it's exceptional for all young children. Yeah. Well, the thing about the Music for Young Children program is they're up, down, up, down, up, down in the classroom. And so at home, when one practices to begin, we do the same concept. So we don't start with 1 hour. The very first year, and the very first students that come into the program will be in the second year of preschool, because they need to have been in a formal gathering where they can feel confident about sitting still and following the routine of the classroom. And they also have to bond to the teacher as well, and that takes a while. So the first 12 to 18 weeks is that bonding part. So the children will come into the program when they're just about 4. Yeah, 3 3/4, 4 years old. And they're not as conscious of themselves, so they're more willing to be imaginative and play. So as we get older, we get more conscious, and now we feel like, oh, I made a mistake. Now our spirit gets sensitive. But younger ones tend to not be so much that way. So ideally, we want to see them to come in as a sunshine student, which is second year preschool. So what's cool about Music for Young Children is it engages the moms too, so they can learn right along. They're inspired and they go, oh wow, I'm learning this, and then they can read and play, and their esteem is risen. Potentially maybe they had a negative experience when they were younger, and they get to heal that in themselves and inspire their child and feel happy about the learning together, and that it demystifies it. The idea in Music for Young Children is, yes, a percentage of students are going to go off and really study and be professional musicians. But the other group of those thinkers are going to be the engineers. They're going to be the musical mind that's what we call it. Engaging the musical mind and developing it, because the musical mind is that brilliant mind that is seen in school studies. It is seen as the problem solver. So and that gives a strong person to go to school, to be a strong individual, and to show up in the world the way we would hope for our children. To be an advocator, to be brilliant, to be wise, and make good, solid choices based on value.